Hello and welcome to the channel. My name is Sean Huggins and this is Europe with Hugs. Thank you so much for being here. I am an American looking to learn more about life in Europe through watching silly videos and stuff on the internet with you guys. So, that being said, I have a fun video planned for today, which is why American license plates are such a mess. Cheddar explains. I don't know who Cheddar is, but check him out, linked in the description as always. But we're going to learn about why American license plates are so crappy, and let's see how much better European license plates are comparatively. So, let's find out together.
As of 2020, there were some 270 million registered vehicles in the United States.
Woo!
Each one
That's like almost one per person. Holy crap.
adorned with a mandatory license plate, or two. And while plates appear standardized within states, when you zoom out to the whole country, the system gets, well, downright chaotic.
All right, let's
These
see.
are just a few of the wildly different plates drivers can get in California, New Mexico, South Carolina, Arizona. The list goes on and on.
Yeah, we really like our decorative license plates. They are definitely not standardized, and it's just, you can personalize them yourself and get, all kinds of different designs and stuff. And yeah, that is not a thing in other places, I guess.
And in some places, you can put
Dinosaur.
whatever message you want on them.
I
Now,
love cats.
let's compare them to their European counterparts. Plates
All right, let's
vary
see.
by country, yet they look similar. And while that's certainly less visually interesting,
Okay.
it's a whole lot more effective. Back here in the States, our lack of license plate standardization can cause real headaches.
Nope.
American license plates have always been a mess. And that's because from the beginning, each state passed its own rules regarding vehicle registration. In the early days of the automobile, speeders and reckless drivers were causing havoc on city streets. So on April
Okay.
25th, 1901, New York Governor Benjamin Odell Jr. passed a law requiring vehicle owners to register their cars. Every vehicle had to bear the owner's initials on the back.
Oh, the license plate was an American invention? Whoa. Okay.
But there was one catch. It wasn't New York State that issued the plates. Instead, owners were expected to create their own, like this one and this other one.
Oh,
And there was
interesting.
another problem.
No standardization.
Too many people had the same initials. So in 1903, Massachusetts issued the country's first state-issued license plate
number
to this
one.
man. And each tag after that was assigned a number unique to each vehicle. And by 1918, virtually every state had adopted some form of a license plate. It had the registration number in large digits, the 2 or 4-digit year number in small lettering on one side, and an abbreviated state name on the other. But in 1931, Pennsylvania ruined this nascent standardization by
That's my state, Pennsylvania. Let's see how they ruined it.
introducing these, the first vanity plates. These tags were
Oh.
born out of the car owner's desires to add a personal touch to their registration plates.
Yep.
So this is a pretty niche subject. Luckily, I found,
I'm Ethan Kraft, and I tell you everything you need to know about license plates.
his
Okay.
TikTok content speaks for itself.
Ayo, collector check.
I've been collecting
What?
license plates for my entire life. There are license plates for Dr. Pepper, Dolly Parton, cheeseburgers, watermelon, potatoes. The
What
only
the
real
frick?
constant for US license plates is the size. Since 1950s,
The only constant is the size. That is, that's remarkable. Well,
all license plates in the US and Canada as well, in Mexico, have been 6 inches tall and 12 inches wide. Because before that, just like, with the design and the numbering systems, every state could kind of make their own license plate in whatever dimensions they wanted, which was just a nightmare for mostly automakers.
In most states, the letters and numbers are usually sequential. So one license plate could have a combination that starts with AAA001, and the next plate would show AAA002, so on and so forth. But
It's not that way in every state. Delaware, Oregon, a couple others issue them just randomly and recycle old registrations whenever they're kicked back to the DMV.
oh.
Then there are vanity plates, which add a whole nother dimension
Bruh.
to license plate customization.
Thirsty.
Most states say
I don't know that
nothing
one.
offensive or vulgar
Obscene.
or in poor taste. Generally, if you think, if you couldn't say it in front of a child, it's probably not allowed on a license plate. And of course, state by state restrictions
Brothel?
are different.
Tax
The
cutter?
state of Maine, up until
Fish.
recently, were the only state that didn't have
Dairy.
any
Oh, man.
rules about what you could put on a vanity license plate. So, driving around Maine, you could see license plates with the F word or with sexual innuendo or whatever
What?
someone wanted to put on it, and the courts are still trying to figure out what's allowed, and the states are trying
Shut
to figure out
up.
appropriate guidelines on this stuff.
And while this myriad
That
of
was
plates
great.
makes for fun TikToks, this haphazard system often creates legal and logistical nightmares. To help explain why, let's look
Warum?
across the pond. Here,
Let's see.
license plates are issued nationally and come in a standard issue size. All European Union nations and the United Kingdom have this blue band with a letter that indicates the country the car is registered in. From here,
Okay.
there are little variations with the numbering and lettering schemes and stickers.
I want to start with a quick lesson on how to read a modern German plate. The first two letters are a region code, and there are hundreds of these all over Germany, but because on this plate the first two letters are RS, we can easily tell that it was issued in the city of Remscheid. Then in the middle
Okay.
of every German license plate are two stickers. On the bottom is a validation sticker from one of Germany's 16 states, and in this case it's from Nordrhein-Westfalen. And on the top is a safety test seal, which is renewed every 2 or 3 years in Germany. And then the last section of the plate is just a random string of 2 letters and up to 4 numbers.
U.S. state and
Okay,
law enforcement
cool.
officials say that the lack of standardization is a public safety concern. For example, Arizona currently offers 53 specialty plate designs,
Wow.
which about 1.8 million Arizona drivers use. This can pose a significant challenge when identifying a plate as from Arizona. So, say someone steals a car with specialty Arizona plates and hightails it to Colorado. Police there would likely have difficulty identifying the
Uh-huh.
car as being from Arizona. To make
Right.
matters worse, several personalized American plates can technically feature the same letter number combination, just as long as the type of license plate is different.
Oh, same letter and number combination as long as the actual license plate is different. That is interesting. That one does not make any sense to me. That one, I feel like if you want to have a fancy, license plate and show off your butterfly, or what is this, flower? I know what words are. If you want to show off your flower and mountains, cool. As long as the letters and numbers are clearly visible, fine. But if you're saying you can have multiple license plates with the same letters and numbers, what's the point of them at all? What the frick?
In New
Just
Hampshire,
get rid
for
of them.
instance, you can have a personalized license plate that says moose. And if you have it on a standard license plate, you can also have moose on a veteran license plate and a wildlife license plate. And
Wow, that's
repeat
crazy.
that letter and number combination as many times as you want, as long as it's on a different type of license plate.
Now, some argue
Makes no
that
sense.
license plates used in Europe may look too similar to each other. This can make identifying individual plates even harder, especially
point.
from a distance. But the standardized coding system, along with the bigger plate size, helps make pinpointing different plates a little bit easier. So what are
Okay.
states doing now to make plate readability more efficient? This isn't required throughout the contiguous United States, but the American Association of Motor Vehicle Administrators calls for standardized fonts and sizes and that the full state name be conspicuously listed in the top
You
center
schmuck.
of the license plate. The former governor of Ohio signed a bill in 2013 allowing plates to be made out of material other than galvanized steel, which can rust
Really?
and affect readability. And in
Okay.
Texas, a new design dubbed the Texas Classic is now available, and it features
God.
larger plate characters and a more centered grouping.
Okay, I like that one. Nice and simple. I like the simple license plates myself. Straight to the point, no fluff, basic color scheme, black and white. I like that. That's nice.
Some entrepreneurs have taken it upon themselves to make plate readability yesterday's problem.
Oh, God.
Since 2009, Granite Bay-based company Reviver has been designing and implementing digital license plates in several states throughout the US.
What?
These are meant to make plates more standardized while still offering drivers flexibility in displaying personalized messages.
What? How does that solve any problems at all? What are you talking about? How does this possibly make things more standardized while keeping things custom and whatever? Like, huh? What are you talking about? This is just creating a problem. These things are probably $900 and is just creating so many more problems. Who is buying this? How is this company around for 9 years or whatever she said? Who is buying these things? Give me that money instead.
California, Arizona, and Michigan have already legalized digital tags.
700
And several other states like
$700 to $800. Look at this. $700 a pop, up to $800. $800 for those.
Florida and Texas look to be next.
Dude, insane.
But this technology is still in its infancy, and there are some privacy concerns about smart plates that transmit
so
and store
unnecessary.
personal data over the air. Not to mention, each one would set drivers back several $100s, plus a monthly service fee and installation costs.
What?
So for the near future,
Oh my God.
it looks like the traditional metal plates are here to stay.
Yeah, get a traditional metal plate one for like whatever, a couple dollars, or spend like $1,000 on a stupid electronic one that's just going to break in probably 6 months. Yeah, people are stupid. All right, that's it. Wow. Yeah, I definitely can see how standardizing things can make identifying license plate at a distance a lot more effective. I think the only thing that I really have a problem with, though, is how if you get a different style license plate, you can still have the same exact letter and number combination as somebody else with a different style license plate. That makes no sense. I think every state should have, their own letter and number combinations. So, you can maybe get the same letter number combination from different states, but you still have the different states differentiating them from each other. Like maybe there's a small chance that within the European Union license plates, maybe from different countries, you could have the same letter and number combination in some instances, but they're different countries. So it's fine. You still can have the different countries. You can still have the different states to tell the difference between the two, and it would be rare. But the fact that you could just, in America, just get a different license plate and have the same letters and numbers as someone else, that's where I draw the line. If you want to make your license plate pretty and look, nice and whatever, cool. But dude, you got to have different letters and numbers. That's the whole point, right? I mean, isn't that the whole point? Anyways, that being said, I'm curious what you guys have to say about it. So let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. And if you enjoyed, consider subscribing. We're trying to hit that magical 1,000 subscriber mark, so it'd be greatly appreciated. But that's all the time that I have for today. So thank you guys so much for being here. And as always, I'll see you guys next time. Peace.